you're there to fight. You can fight.
You are there to fight. That guy can fight. He can fight. And this guy can fight. Of course, we're joined by Sean Brady. What's going on, Sean? Let me ask you real quick before we get into everything else. Yep. Did you watch the fights on Saturday?
I watched most of them, yes.
Opinion on what went down in the main event?
With the eye poke? It's tough, because he definitely did. He got poked. And you guys know, like, obviously, you lost the eye. So nobody knows how bad. It could be a little scratch. Nobody knows. It's like a ball tap. Like, you could get hit in the balls, and it could look extremely light, but it could be the worst pain to you in your life. So, and I rewatched the fight this morning because we did our podcast, and I didn't watch Saturday night. And I seen everyone saying online that, like, making it seem like it was like a blowout. That fight was pretty close. Like, it was definitely not going Henry's way, but it's not like he was getting his ass whooped. So I don't know. I don't know if he was looking for a way out. He was probably definitely trying to game the system to see if he could get a decision if that point went away from him. But I don't know. Because I seen people calling him a quitter. I'm like, he's not a quitter. He's definitely not a quitter, and he wasn't getting destroyed. So I don't know. It's a tough one because he posted his eye today, and it looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bad. So and he got hit in the balls. You get eye poked. Like, those things change a fight. If you can't see the person you're trying to fight, you can't fight. So I don't know. I never try to I don't want to say anything bad about Henry. And I don't think he was looking for a way out. I think that it just kind of went that way.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where you're right. We've seen eye pokes where you can tell a guy's definitely milking it, and you can't ever really know what's internally going on with that person until we see the results afterwards. And we were all saying that before you came on. Once you actually see how bad the damage was, then it's like, okay, maybe changes everyone's opinion on whether he was trying to get out of there or not.
I didn't watch it. As soon as the fight was over, I stopped watching. I heard he was doing like all kinds of crazy antics. Like,
well, he just kept saying, I can't see. He kept like, and you know how it is. As soon as you say you can't see,
it's over. It's over. Yeah. It's over. So maybe he really couldn't see. So he's like, if you can't see, like, we've all been there. Everyone tries to tough it out. And then what? You go out there and you get knocked out. So yeah, I don't know. It's a tough spot.
Yeah. And Sean, I know before we even get into all the main event stuff and getting the fight on not super short notice, but relatively short notice, and things get mixed up. New baby in the house as well leading into this one. Yeah. So congratulations from us here.
Yeah.
We could just see her walking around in the back. How does it feel?
Can we get the baby on camera? Can we see it? Is she in the background? We gotta see if your wife or partner doesn't mind. Oh
my goodness.
What's his name? Oh, a girl. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm misgendering all over.
They don't look like anything.
They all look the same when they're that small.
What's his name?
Veda. Veda is the name. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Congrats.
Thank you, man. Yeah, no, it's so backstory. We had the baby Sunday of the Super Bowl. Go Birds. So
no, that's crazy, dude.
6:15. I'm sorry, 6:12 is when she comes. 18 minutes before kickoff. Kickoff happens. We get out of the hospital on Tuesday. My phone's on Do Not Disturb because I'm getting blown up about the baby. My manager calls and is like, hey, call me back. So I called him and he was like, Leon's out. They want you to fight in London. And I was like, okay. I'm sorry. They're like, Jack's out. Jack's out. We didn't know at that time that he was getting pulled to fight Bilal or anything like that. I just thought he was hurt. So I'm like, all right, well, I was walking my dog. I'm like, I have to go home and talk to my wife. I'm like, if she's cool with taking over the duties pretty much for the baby of sleeping for the next 5 weeks at that point, I'm like, I'm in. So yeah, that's kind of, I called you right away. I called all my coaches first, and I kind of had a feeling something like this was going to happen. So I've been doing all my 5 rounds in sparring. I've been doing all my 5 rounds on the bike. And that's kind of, ever since I had the main event with Gilbert anyway, that's kind of how I've been training regardless, because worst comes to worst, if I get a 3-round fight, I just did extra
You're still
work.
in great shape.
I don't care. I don't care anyway. 15 minutes is a short time to do anything. Like, I'm not going to just do 3 rounds of sparring. I'm not just going to do 3 rounds on the bike. So I've been doing the work, getting prepared, and it kind of works out good for me to where it was 5 weeks at the time, 4 weeks now. I don't have time to overtrain. I don't have time to overthink it. Like, it's going to be here and I'm going to be ready. And that's all it is.
So I got to be careful what I say. Otherwise, I'm going to have the UK people coming after me, and we'll reach out to Leon and get Leon on the show. But you train with Bilal, right? Bilal just went out there, had 5 rounds, took the belt off him. I mean, talk about the perfect training partner. And
no, I fought Bilal.
Sorry. I thought you trained with Bilal.
No, I used to train with Bilal.
Paul used to train with him. I fought him.
You Philly guys all look the same. You kind of do. Look at you both with the beanies.
Well, right now we do. We both have beanies on.
We do.
And you're both going Go Eagles.
My beard's red. But no, I know what you're saying.
Bilal's your one loss. My bad.
Yes. But if you go look at that and the way he fought him, that's typically the way I fight. So it's definitely a good roadmap. I'm sure Leon's going to be knowing that. But for him, I took this fight on 5 weeks' notice. He's taking it. He's going from fighting a southpaw, predominantly striker boxer in Jack Della to fighting an orthodox grappler. So things have changed up a lot for him as well. So, I was calling for this fight a while ago. Like, I'm like, this is the fight I want.
Yeah, you wanted it. You wanted it before it was given to Jack.
Yes, I was on every show saying I wanted it. After my grappling match, I was asking for it. Didn't happen, but in the end, I got what I asked for. So it worked out.
Was there any hesitation on any side from you or from Leon, or was it all smooth sailing?
It took about a week to get done, which like sucked. Because then it's like they called on Tuesday, Wednesday. I told my manager, I'm like, wife's cool with it. I'm in. Like, let's do this. And then for a week, I'm back to, because I was going to be out of the gym for the whole week because my wife just gave birth. So I'm back in the training right away. Like, things are going 100 miles an hour. And then for a week, we don't know what's going on. And I think that was more on the side of, we just thought Jack was hurt. Comes to find out, he's fighting for the belt. So I think there was just things they had to figure out behind the scenes. But yeah, I got the contract last week, and then it was, from my side, there was no hesitation. Like 2 years ago, I am not the guy who would take short notice fights. Like, I'm like, when the opportunity knocks, and especially one like this, when I'm ready for it, like, there's no reason for me to turn it down. You know, like, I'm in shape. I'm ready to go. My weight's always low to where it needs to be. There's no reason for me to say no. This is what we do this for. You know, I'm going to fight the former champion to become a #1 contender in my division. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah. And Sean, with that being said, I mean, obviously, what do you rank now? 5 or 6?
5.
So, I mean, you go in there and you fight Leon in his home country. If you go and you get a win in London, you got to imagine you're a fight away, maybe even not, depending on how things work out.
Yeah. And even if it is another fight, like, I'm so happy because the way it was looking, I didn't know if I was going to fight till I went to fight on the Miami card, didn't hear anything. I'm like, I might not fight till May. I might not fight till June. And my wife's she's going to have to go back to work eventually. I'm like, this is going to suck. Like, it's going to be another year, because the last 3 years, it was just like one fight. I'm like, I want to get this year started off right. And then this opportunity comes. I get to fight the first quarter of the year. Like, I haven't done that in a couple of years. So I'm getting to start the year off like quick. And after I beat Leon, if it's not a title fight, I'll fight again. Like, I don't care. Like, I just want to be active. I want to compete, and the belt will come. All these other things will come along with me just competing and winning.
I got to say, from Leon's perspective, the situation kind of sucks because he goes out there. No, it does, though. Let's be honest, Paul, you know, we were strikers, right? It's awesome when we get to prepare for a striker because we get to do everything we love, you know, whereas it's, hold on a minute, back to the grindstone, back to finding wrestlers, back to working takedown defense and sprawling and underhooks, getting back to our feet.
Hit your ass on the wall and start training.
Now, to be fair, what does benefit Leon is that he's been preparing for that his entire life.
For
because
sure.
He's an elite kickboxer.
100%.
That's what everyone does.
Yeah.
Bilal, that would have been the training camp. would have been the training camp for Kamaru. It would have been the training camp for Colby. Yep. So it's just kind of rinse and repeat.
Colby sucks, though. Colby sucks.
You think he's done?
So, yeah, he sucks. He looked horrible that fight. But you're right. Kamaru 3 times. Bilal, he's been getting ready he fought RDA, but RDA was a 55er, you know. So he's been getting ready for grapplers his whole career. But at the end of the day, this is mixed martial arts. The fight does start on the feet it's not like I get to start in side control. So
yeah.
They get this. We get to start on the feet, and then it's my job to get it to where I want. But no, I like Leon. He's kind of like me. He's he doesn't talk a lot of shit. He's not on social media doing all these things. I respect him. I'm sure he has respect for me. And yeah, it's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to my second main event. I get to fly across the country and go do it.
Yeah, dude. And we were talking a little bit about it today. You're going to go. What, like a little over a week beforehand to get adjusted to only 5-hour time difference. So not too bad.
Yeah. Bisping, if you were me, you're coming from the East Coast. You're 5 hours ahead. How early would you go out there?
Do you know what, to be honest, 5 hours isn't too bad.
No.
I always used to go out somewhere as early as possible. But the problem is the sooner you go somewhere, and I don't need to tell you, everything changes. You haven't got all the convenience.
Training.
There's different foods. You got to deal with what's available in the restaurants. Obviously, the weather is shite in London. And if you go out at night, you might get stabbed up. So you got to be careful of that. I'm joking. People love London, but it is a real issue these days. I think a week is fine. Yeah, it's only 5 hours.
That's what I'm doing. I made the mistake of when I fought in Abu Dhabi, they were 12 hours. I only went out 10 days early for that. So that was 12 hours. I f***ed up doing that. But this is only 5 hours, 2 more hours than Vegas. There's no elevation. There's none of that. So, and you got to consider all those things. Like Joey Piper's fighting the weekend after me in Mexico City. Like, if I had a fight in Mexico City, I would move somewhere where there's a lot of elevation for a month. Like you have to think about things like that with that. But luckily, not in London. So we're good on that point.
No, flat as a pancake. Is Kristen going, or is she going to stay home and take care of the baby? Obviously, she can't go.
She's going to stay home with the baby. We would have to get the baby a pass. And listen,
it would have been a nightmare.
I'm going to get the best. She's been doing all the sleeping stuff. I'm still getting my. I got 7.5 hours last night. I'm getting 7 to 9 hours every night because she's taking on all the waking up and feeding the baby. It would just be a nightmare. So she's going to stay back, and I wouldn't want her to leave the baby and come out there because then both of our anxieties would be through. So she's the most fit. It's her mother. Like, she's going to stay home and take care of the baby. I'm just going to go do my job.
I apologize here, Paul. What's your wife called, Paul?
Christine.
Oh, I'm like,
mine's Kristen.
You're both from Philly. You've got the beanies on. You've got the beards, right? Your wives. You both all right, Paul. You're expecting a child. Do you know what I mean?
A girl and a girl at that.
Kristen. I'm like, what the f- going on right here? Set me up.
He thinks I'm training with Bilal. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. My bad. I've been hitting the head a lot. I've had an existential crisis today.
It's all good.
Shit in the bed. That's why I'm on a laptop and stuff, and I look like shit. How long have you two known each other? How close are you?
Oh shit! I mean, Sean was probably still 19.
I was fresh out of high school. I was 19. Yeah.
Yeah, when we started training,
I'm 32 now, so it's a long time.
Years. Mike, you do the math. You're better at quick math than I am, but he was
13 years.
I mean, I witnessed the whole journey from like a young out of high school kid who was still like partying with the friends on occasion and doing that to turning into just a machine. I mean, even back then, the kid was throwing me around and beating me up. I have said that Sean was a potential and future champion from before he was even really a professional fighter at all when he fought for CFFC and some of these companies. He's, the thing that I love about him is the dedication and commitment to being on point all the time is second to none. I really don't think I've met anybody in this sport yet that is as dedicated to training, eating properly, making sure he recovers. What was the HRV today, Sean?
I didn't check it today.
Hold on.
I'll bet it's over 100.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know what the HRV is. What's a HRV?
Your heart rate variability.
Just like your heart rate.
Just do it. Get out and run. Never mind that shit. Here's what I want to know. Just run. Do it as hard as you can. Pedal on your bike as fast as you can. Swim your triathlons as fast as you can. Hit the bads. Kick the bag. Wrestle your ass off and you'll be good. HRV, my ass. I'm old.
Science, Michael. Sports science. We got to get you into it, Michael.
Yeah, I know. Just go hard. I'm going to shut up now. You two reminisce, because what people want to hear is of some personal stuff. I don't mean personal, private stuff, but like there must have been, all the time you guys have known each other, there must have been like something that went down, a funny story, an anecdote that you guys can share.
Well, I mean, like I've just been like I've had the pleasure of I fought my last amateur fight when Paul won his first major title for CFFC. I made my pro debut on the same card where Paul defended his belt and then got signed to the UFC. So we went out. He took me out to Donald Cerrone's ranch for 2 weeks before. So yeah, we've been there. We've done that. We've had gyms where we didn't have lights.
I was just going to bring up the no lights in the basement gym in North Philly.
Yeah, so our gym was in worst part of the city, North Philly, and we had no lights, and it was the middle of winter time, so we're all bundled up, and it was in a basement, so lights would shine in sunlight.
Through the window.
We had to train on the one side of the mat so we could see each other. So we've been through the trenches together for sure.
Yeah, so and I'll never forget the night that I did the spinning hook kick, and you had your pro debut on that card.
Yeah, I won by TKO and like.
Were you at that after party when we were just like hammering bottles of vodka at the one club?
Yeah.
Pat White, me, Will Cox,
Jonathan fought that night. He won the belt. Yeah.
So I mean, we always had a really solid team. Yeah. Throughout the years, it was always just random other circumstances. So that's why I enjoy going back and just kind of being on the mats with these guys. Like I was in there today. I was just sparring my one buddy, Ryan, the whole time while Sean was getting working in the cage and stuff. But like Marquez and the whole team now, like there's a legit squad with responsible coaches around now. Like if I had that years ago, me and Sean lost coaches because he moved to Boston. And then we were kind of coaching ourselves. And then Jonathan Webb, who had a couple fights in the UFC as well, like took over as our coach, but we never really had structure. And now for a guy like Sean and all the guys at Marquez MMA, it's so good to see that there's structure. There's a commitment to making sure that these guys are the best. And that's why we're seeing like 6-7 guys from this gym basically compete in the UFC.
It's crazy. Like we have guys coming from all over the world to train with us now. We have so many good guys from like Tajikistan, Uzbek, it's crazy. Like they're coming to Philly to train with us. Whereas before it was like me, Paul, Jonathan Webb, Mike. It was like 4 or 5 of us. And if we didn't show up for each other, then you didn't have someone to train with. And like we were coaching each other for a while, but now to see where we're at, it's pretty crazy.
Now you've got the stands from all the stands.
We're getting the stand.
Uzbekistan.
Well, that's how you know, though. That's how you know a gym is starting to get a lot of notoriety because you start to get these guys from these other countries that are dedicated to the sport but want to be here.
Yeah. You see all
Uzbekistan, Dagestan, Tajikistan. What else have we got?
Kyrgyzstan.
There's Pakistan.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
The Kazakhs.
There's a lot of stands.
And they are tough bastards.
Who was the dude you were working with today, Sean? Was it Igor or?
Bushido. He's from Kyrgyzstan. So we have
Kyrgyzstan.
Is he the kickboxer?
He's one of them. Yeah, he's really good. But then we have another kid. His name's Samander. He's 11-0. He fought on Road to UFC, the Asian promotion. The Asian when he was in Asia. From? He's from Tajikistan. So yeah, he's 11-0. He'll be Nur Sultan obviously just won over the weekend.
Yeah, he was in the gym today. He came in the gym today and got everybody got a little
after winning the weekend.
Like we're becoming we're super close and we Andre just fought and won. I'm fighting, Pat's fighting. Joey's fighting, so we got all kinds.
Pat's got a good tough fight too. He's fighting Brito. Fighting Joe Anderson Brito.
And then Joey's fighting Kelvin. He's getting a little bit of what I left of him. So
yeah.
see,
Kelvin,
that shoulder. That's for sure.
Hey, by the way,
I will say this, Kelvin. I've said Kelvin's better at 185 than he is at 170.
I'm gonna say this: Kelvin can kiss my ass. Did you see the video he put out yesterday?
No.
He put a video out talking about Henry's situation at the weekend. Then he goes into me and he starts talking shit about me, about how I'm such a biased commentator. And then Uriah Hall is in the comments and he's like, I hate Bisping. And they're going back and forth and stuff. I'm like, get over it. Okay. And by the way,
that's like Marvin Vittori for me. Marvin Vittori hates my guts.
Oh, it's hilarious. Kelvin, kiss my ass, buddy.
What was your
You ain't
take?
gonna knock me out again because I shouldn't have been there in the first place.
What did you say about the eye poke, Bisping, real quick? Tell me what you said about it. What did you say about the eye poke with Henry? What was your take on it? Because I didn't watch afterwards.
No, my take was that Henry was doing well and he was looking good, but he was starting to slow down.
Yeah, for sure.
So then when he had the 5 minutes, he was playing the game and taking the full 5 minutes. Yep. Then I kind of readdressed it once the last 60 seconds started and he didn't essentially fight. I'm like, whoa, hold on. Maybe he's really hurt. I thought he was just being a veteran. So there was nothing wild. That's a very fair statement.
Yeah.
There was nothing negative towards Henry. My frustration was with the referee, to be honest. If anything.
Yeah, I know. And I love Jason. He's my dude, but I agree. There was just some weirdness there. I think anytime you say, I can't see.
No more iPod
gotta stop.
We can't talk about the eye pokes anymore.
Sean, I got one more thing for Sean.
No, please. No, as long as it's not to do with the Henry eye poke.
I know.
We've been through it.
I know Sean's very responsible now, and he's very dialed in, and he's got a baby, and he's top 5 in the world.
Data.
But after the fight in London, when you win, are we getting pints or what are we doing, Sean?
I haven't drank.
Because Jan Blachowicz is throwing us a party after he wins. And
believe you me, after party in London with former guests.
I haven't drank a sip of alcohol in almost 2 years.
What?
Well, now's the time to break it.
But if you beat Leon Edwards, number one in the world.
When I beat Leon, I'll drink a pint with you guys.
One pint. I'll even get you a non-alcoholic pint if I have to. You might get kicked out of London. I don't even know if they sell that.
Are you going to be there, Bisping?
Oh, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, we're calling it. It's London. Me, Michael, and John Gooden.
We're drinking. We'll drink some pints afterwards.
And I think Dean is on the desk. Is Dean cornering you?
He's cornering me.
So I'll be on the desk probably pre-show with Dean. Michael will probably be on the desk post-show with Dean.
Yeah.
So there's going to be. Michael's getting his UK card revoked.
Oh,
he's filling up. You're Philadelphia now, baby.
I'm getting my biased UK bias card revoked as well.
He's an American.
I'm all in on the Sean Brady here.
He's an American.
we got to get Leon on to balance this out, though, because on the broadcast, they'll be like, these guys love Sean Brady.
Yeah.
It's easy to love. Easy to love.
Yeah.
All right,
we got to get Michael an Eagles hat. We're getting you an Eagles hat, Michael.
I'll bring him one in London.
There you go.
Please do. I will wear that with pride.
I
shouldn't say this. I'm actually applying for my American citizenship, so I'll be one of you guys. I'm going to be a passport holder. Stripes all day, baby.
Michael, what are the pronouns you're putting on there?
He, him. Fucking one-eyed badass.
One-eyed pirate.
Cyclops. Yeah. That'll be your.
So, March 22nd.
Yep.
Main event.
Yeah.
When the dust settles, give us something here. Give us a viral moment, Sean. What is the plan with Leon Edwards? How does this end?
To be honest, I think everyone thinks I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to wrestle him. Obviously, that's a part of it, but I've been working a lot of I'm always been a super strong, I've always hit hard, but I've really been prioritizing, like my hands are healthy. Everything's healthy on my body of throwing power, throwing heat. And I'm looking for a finish, whether it's a submission, ground and pound, standing. I'm working on a lot of new tools, adding in some elbows, adding in a lot of good shit. So I'm coming to be vicious and finish Leon in his hometown.
All right. Well, may the best man win.
Let's go.
Let's go. Thanks for your time, Sean.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for hooking this up.
Thanks, Sean. I appreciate it, dude. I'll see you soon.
You guys later. Yep.
I'll see you
Take
Wednesday.
it easy.